Another tough day at work today. Stephen Kirk, think I suck. Throw back a few wobbly pops, feeling down on my luck. And the interns ruin every show. But it's still where we want to go. It's Mike and the Minifans. 'Cause nobody had any better plans. You want to be with DC and RA Manahan. The host can't see, it's Mike and the Minifans.
All right, another Friday, Mike and the Minifans, 8 p.m. as always. We got quite the cast here. Tommy Quinnlan joining the show, Jackson from Australia, and of course the Garden State Gambler himself, Mike Montante. Start with you, Montante. Late addition to the pre-show. How are you?
Good. Curb Your Enthusiasm, maybe 3 seasons ago, they had an episode where Larry's like, there's an event, and Larry's like, hey, who's going? And they're like, why do you need to know who's coming?
Yep.
And Larry's like, I want to know who's going. I decides if I want to go. When I saw Tommy Quinnlan was on this episode, I was like, Larry was right. Yeah. You got to include that in there. Say when you say, can you come on?
I fooled you.
Include that in there.
That was not an accident there. Quinnlan, how you doing?
I'm good, Mike. Mick, how are you? Sorry. I go by proper names. That's my problem. Sorry. Happy Friday. Fuck you, Montante. You little bitch. You little cuck. You little cuck.
Jackson, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, good, my friend. How are you?
Good. I look forward to speaking to you again tomorrow. Twice in one day, and in 24 hours. I love you, Mike.
Clout chasing cuck.
Yes. Oh. And is this fucking weirdo drinking red wine out of a mug?
This is
how you know how they are.
This is how we do it on Hot or Not. Watch this.
I got to take control here. What the hell was just happened? I don't even know where we're going with this. Quinnlan hates Montante. Is that real? Or are we joking? I can't tell. Or is that serious? You actually hate him?
He's just been a bitch the last couple of weeks, and then when I text him, he doesn't answer, which is true. Look at the text messages, fatty. And then
I saw him, and I didn't answer on purpose.
I saw him. I didn't answer, exactly. And then when Kirk shits on me, instead of defending your friend, he sucks. Yeah, let me get it.
Just a classic cat fight, Mick.
That's right.
I don't want to be involved in it. I listen.
It was my fault for asking the question. Let's get into the week of KMS. We had quite the week here. The Brad Stein experience. I'm starting there. I think it was the talk of the week. Montante, are you credited with bringing Brad Stein around back around, I should say? Because he needed to be on the show with you. What's your relationship with him?
Absolutely. He was he tried to monetize Montante's World 2 or 3 years ago. So I had more of a background story than most on Bradley Stein. He floated away, but when I saw his name come back up again, I was in the know of why. I was expecting this. No one else was. It was kind of a throwaway name. I knew it would be something you couldn't get your eyes off of, whether it's fantastic or a horror show. I think we got a mixture of both. That was everything I wish it would be, and then some. The GOAT.
Jackson, what's your take on the Stein man?
I'm torn between whether or not he has many more return episodes. Like, I think he's like a younger, dumber, fatter Steve, and Steve fit.
That's a good way to put it.
I don't know. Like, I think he's fucking hilarious. I don't reckon there really was many downsides. I thought the guy was fucking great.
I'm not sure how much KMS he actually listens to.
Every second.
Montante, you told me that on the phone.
Every second. He didn't know who Kelleher was.
Right.
What other things were there?
Every second of the last 3 years. He knows. He listens to it all.
Are you sure? See, I'm gonna bank on him being like a Steve, like Steve does now. Like, I'll listen. He probably listens when he comes on the show. Like, I think he started listening maybe 2 or 3 months ago once his name started.
No shot. I would say if you listen, it's everyone who listened to KMS this week, 5% of them would know who Kelleher is. So it's kind of a deep cut. You can't really hold it against him. Quinnlan doesn't know who that is.
No, I know who Kelleher is. I didn't listen to the story originally, but after I kind of exposed myself that I thought I was a fan when I really wasn't. Because my era started with Coline. Like, okay, you have to learn. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with anybody learning. We should want people to learn. The more new people, the better. And I think it's actually funny when somebody like DG, for example, somebody that completely had no idea what they were walking into this week. Yeah. I found out this week that I love when new people come into the world and have no idea what they're actually walking into. I thought knew what I was walking into when I did the producer search. I didn't. And, to see people that are either just Barstool people or just people have no idea about the show.
Shout out Freddie Lynn.
We'll get to Freddie. We'll get there.
Good.
Funny. I love it. So I thought I Stein's hot or not. Stein's hot. I do want to know how Stein.
Physically?
I do. Yeah, Stein's hot, but I do want to know how he was going to monetize Montante's show. What money was he going to get from Montante?
Get him on.
It's a great Montante. Anything to that?
That was what we were hung up on. He wanted to turn our extra guest room into a studio, which is fine. He was going to pay for all of it, but it was just strictly off of ads. And the Stein man lost me. The Stein, if you listen to this for the first time you hear this, he had like SNL style skits, and I was like, I can't do that.
Wait, your home was going to be a home TV studio and a recording.
Oh yeah.
Studio?
Yes.
Did he go there? Did he go to your house?
No, but he had me do a full walk around, like 360 style video of my
Like a real estate agent.
But
He's a salesman and a program director. He does it all.
But that doesn't answer the question. How is he going to monetize
Ads.
Montante's world? Where did
Ads.
No
Popcorn.
shit, Sherlock. What did he see in Montante's world and said, "This is America's next great podcast"?
Well, there's some guys that peak at
doesn't?
there's some guys that peak at $36K a year in Rhode Island with Valenti, and there's some guys that do this on the side and can make more money doing it on the side because they're more talented. That's what he saw.
Man. Oh boy,
I'm not naming names.
Wait. When was the last Montante's world? When was the last Montante's world?
2 weeks ago.
Okay, yeah, good.
With that fucking idiot.
Jackson, we got real tension here between those two. This is concerning. I'm not sure.
It's turning me on. I like it.
Okay. My other question with Steinman, does anybody know his actual beef with KMS? I know he explained it horribly and it never really got through. Like Montante, what was his problem? He thought that he was going to get in trouble. He thought he was going to get canceled by Newsmax. You probably know.
I got news for you.
Okay.
No one gets it, but only one person does, and it should be you. You two are in the same boat where you can create a molehill out of nothing. I don't know the exact phrase there, but you guys can make a molehill out of nothing. I think that's
not out of a molehill, dummy.
That's
Thank
it.
you.
Nah, you got it.
Thank you.
An insult to the Steinman. He's
the only person in his brain who's actually gets it. Same thing with you. I don't know what the fuck he's mad about. No one does, but he's electric.
I like that.
He had a good appearance. I like that they did the after show after where we really got their thoughts, and I wanted him to walk back in because that would have just been perfect. But yeah, it was like great week of shows, and it was perfect to be topped off with that. Like the calls, are what they are today, but that was a perfect show. Like if he's really going on a 6-month hiatus or however long he's going on, like
I got that on the rundown. We'll get there. That's another topic.
That's a memorable show to go out on. That's a really good one.
So how soon do you get him back?
Huh?
Is it a 6-month thing?
That's my next question. Do you think Steinman, what was his end goal there? Does he want to be a recurring KMS third chair, or is he just trying to have some fun on the radio?
Oh, he loves the spotlight now.
Right.
Yeah.
But do you think he wants to come back? Like weekly, monthly? What do you think,
If he was told he could come back every month, he would do it if he's dropping 700 bills. Think about it like this. Let's do the expense report. He's staying at the Intercontinental in Boston,
right,
which is probably a $500 hotel.
Is it really?
It's a nice hotel that's down on the waterfront. If it's the same hotel I'm thinking of that's right next to the Long Wharf, that's a really expensive hotel. So it's probably between $250, $500, depending on how much money he's spending. Then he's got to buy the train ticket. The train ticket itself is between $200 and $300.
Amtrak's $280,
What? For
$330.
what?
Yeah, the Amtrak from New York
at a
Boston.
round trip.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Right.
It's not cheap.
Mhm.
And then $700 glasses, right?
Yeah, those could be that he could have got a deal on those somehow. We don't know where those originated from.
$500 and $200 fake tit. Don't fuck that
The
up.
fake tit was just.
How good's that?
I don't know.
How much did he say that Ula Fala was, which is what Roman Reigns wears? It was that thing that he took out of the bag from Samoa. How much was that? I think that was he said that was like $80 and it gave him a hassle. So that's $80 there. Then Eyeside Bruins tickets. I mean, did he
It could have been a deal though. Like we don't know if he bought all this.
He didn't pay $1. He didn't pay a fucking dollar.
Right.
Fair enough.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
He didn't pay for any of this, but somehow he got sold, and you got to he's a schemer. But I think I like him. Like he's full of shit, and he's
He's a liar.
He's trying to convince people he's not. But I love it. Like going. Yeah, keep that rolling.
There was a point in the show, probably like an hour in, where it was a sensory overload. Like if I were driving, I just would have veered off the road. Like I was watching my couch. I had anxiety. I didn't know what was happening. But what was unbelievable about Stein was Kirk kept just going at him. Nothing phased the fucking guy. He's taking out watermelons. He's taking out
arrogant.
Nothing phased him. He's unbelievable.
What I love that Kirk did when he's as Stein's doing the game, Kirk's tweeting out, make it end. I wish he would have kept tweeting his actual inner thoughts as Stein's sitting there, because he's sitting on his phone anyways. It would have been funny to see that continuous, even when he's got a third chair in there that he doesn't like, that's new to the show, that's not watching this, like, tweet out like your thoughts, like what you're thinking in the moment, because it would be funny to watch you on Twitter as you're trying to do the show. That'd be good. That's pretty funny.
Quinnlan's got advice now. This is something. He's
I'm facts 2.0.
One last thing on the Stein man. I thought the Clemmer call was fantastic. I thought that was one of the lower moments for the Stein man. He was trying to call out Clemmer, and Clemmer just came over the top. He was like, he kind of buried him there. Credit to Clemmer.
The Steinster had a funny line with the chemo patient. He's like, "Oh, you should try chemo, you fat fuck." Like that. That was also very unbelievable. Nothing really rattled the guy. He was he shit in the office, lied about it. Everyone knew he shit, but he has such a dominant presence that he got away with a 10-minute piss. He's unbelievable.
Yeah, I didn't shit.
Yeah, look at him. He shit.
I sent John the tweet I sent out like an hour ago. But doesn't he just look like the Rizzler, but old? Like people have been asking, what's the Rizzler going to look like when he's older? He is the Rizzler. He just sits there going.
He looks like an inflated Andy Milonakis. His whole aura is that's like the new word the kids are using. Right. His aura is impeccable. He's unbelievable.
His ability to not answer a question directly was the thought that was most impressive about him. Like you have to
here.
Question, and he'll just be like, well, this blah blah blah, and he's got an attorney bloodline for sure.
He wants to be a lawyer.
That's where the fun,
that makes sense.
That's where the fun part of him not knowing the show comes in, because like that's where it's like he's definitely in the top 1,000 memorable Minifans after that performance.
He's the top. He's so naive. Top 4.
Oh,
whoa, Montante. Whoa.
He had the most entertaining, whether you loved him or hated him, he had the most entertaining third chair appearance in the history of KMS.
Absolutely not. I thought Kevin was the other day. Kevin was better than this.
You're retarded. Not even close.
Crazy. This is you love him though. So I forgot about this.
I do. I also love Kevin, but no, Bradley Stein's appearance was more shock value, was 55 times more
than Kevin.
Wow, than Kevin. Not even remotely close.
Okay, so you're going by the numbers and the views, and I'm going by what I thought was a better show. I thought Kevin was great in there.
I'm just going by emotion of what, I got anxiety watching a podcast. I'm not lying to you when I say that.
Okay.
His shit was unreal. I don't know what happened, but it happened.
They
did a show after the show.
Right.
It's never happened.
Exactly.
Right. Well, I think they might have been doing some stuff maybe for the live show or something. But I don't know. Who knows? Who the hell knows?
You couldn't. No, you had to. They never got a chance to actually recap the experience, because usually they could just recap the experience with the person there. But I think maybe they felt like he was just so nice, and he's like, you can't do it in front of him. It was one of those moments where you had to wait for that. All right, the nice things, take that out. But it was one of those things you had to be able to react to that after he left, because it was so good.
It was also a real "I told you so." Like everything that Kirk said was going to happen happened. So I think he felt like he had to.
Kirk goes, "You're not going to leave here when the show's over." Yeah, Will. He didn't leave.
He's fumbling around.
He did something that I was like, that takes such balls to do.
Everything took balls.
Well, 12 minutes before the show starts, he's doing. Oh, Stein's actually FaceTiming me. I don't know what that's about. But Stein,
answer it.
I'm intimidated now just thinking about it.
Answer it.
No, I'm scared.
Answer it.
What is this?
No, you're a pussy.
What is this,
Don't be a pussy.
What's happening?
Hello?
Hey.
What's up?
You on with Mick right now?
Nah, I didn't want to do it tonight.
Okay. Are you doing a show right now?
Yeah, I am. Okay,
cool. So I just wanted to announce it live. You can put me on speaker if you want.
All right, I'll put you on speaker. Give me a second. All right, you're on.
Okay, just general notice for the folks that give a shit about this stuff. I've since received word from Sneaks that he's okay with this decision, so I'm just putting it out there. Since Bio Dude is apparently retarded and disabled, he is not going to be going to the game on Saturday. He thought it was the next Saturday.
Get there.
Speed it up.
Not a February date. So he's forfeited his ticket, which is fine. You can do that sort of thing.
Jesus Christ. This
I
guy's-
couldn't do it. Sign man's got to land the plane once in a while.
Yeah.
you know?
How'd you hang up on him?
Let's move on. Let's just move on. He's good. Let's not ruin him. Can we just forget that phone call?
He's calling again. He's calling again.
Don't answer.
I'm turning my phone off.
Yeah,
He was right though. Dude is
he's
retarded.
ruining him. I'm saving him right now. We're gonna move on from the Stein man. He was good.
My phone's off. My phone's
Wait,
off.
did
Moving on.
Kirk tell you not to book Stein? Because if that was the case, hashtag Kirk was right.
We are moving on. Coline versus Dan and Newton. Today on the call, electric phone call. Where are we at with everything? Montante, you are always going at Coline. You hate him. You got to be on his side here. This is.
I love Coline. Actually, I played golf with Dan and Newton. He's a good guy.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, so you got relations with both of them. Okay,
I like them both. But there was a funny video that I retweeted. Like one of the first things I retweeted when I got access back to my Twitter. A guy that Quinnlan would probably enjoy sexually. The black guy did a funny video. He's like, "What happened to white culture where they stopped saying these really funny expressions?" He broke out a couple expressions today. He said, Coline broke out go ahead. I put it in my notes because it's such a good old school expression. Coline had a bunch of zingers. He was on the verge of tears.
Yeah.
If we're being honest about it.
He called him a fatso. He was all over.
Fatso
really killed me.
Fatso was really good.
Yeah.
He said he didn't give not a rat's ass, but Coline A+. And that is something that I actually don't think Dan and Newton should be getting crushed for, because I don't think he was the one who.
Oh, come on.
Well, he should be getting crushed. He's not the one who brought this to light. There was an original caller probably 2 or 3 months, and he latched onto it.
Yeah, but like if you're latching onto it and no one noticed the original caller, then you're just as guilty because you're trying to bring it up. He's clout chasing. He's a clout chasing.
It is clout chasing.
That's all it is.
When they said that to him, they nailed it. That was like a death nail to him. He had no comeback to it. He said, "No shit, Sherlock," which is always funny. And then he goes, "I don't give a flying fuck."
Yeah.
One
of the better Coline rants for sure. Jackson, where are we at the whole thing?
I think that what Dan and Newton Marsh has done is like it's a cunt act to just continuously bring it up. But I think he's genuinely trying to be like funny and be in on the joke. Like I think it is a clout thing. Like I think he just wants a story that's attached to his name. Right. And he wants people to laugh at it and like be a funny guy. Because like he's done funny calls in the past and stuff. So I think he's just trying to be funny. I don't think it's like malicious.
Yeah, did it come from a dark place?
Well, he's claiming that like, Dave made fun of gay people at the wedding, or he made, you know what I mean? He claimed that they all do ecstasy and that's his reason. There's no way there's no way he's actually mad about that. Quinnlan, where are you at with everything as a gay man yourself?
You're the expert.
Yeah,
true.
You know what? You are the closest thing to a closeted homosexual on this show.
That's also true.
Here we go. You guys can fight it out later. Continue.
I think Dan and Newton's a scumbag. I don't think there's no defense for Dan Newton because you just don't go there with family. You just don't like. I exposed myself. None of my family was involved.
So who?
I brought my family in. I brought my family in. I called my mom and I called my stepfather that night. I called my sister that night. Like they didn't get outed. I outed myself. To out somebody else, there's no excuse for that. Like just because you're taking away somebody's story. But I thought the only thing Dave was great today. The only thing I would say is that he lied when he said he didn't know Dan and Newton's number. That's a lie. As a producer, we know everybody's number. We see everybody's number that comes through. You knew his number was there. And you let him sit. Good, because you have control. Embrace that control. I like cunty Dave. Dave has turned into a massive cunt. Dave has turned into a massive cunt since he's come back. And I love it.
You're welcome for that, Dave.
Oh, Montante's he's the agent. He gets what, 5%, 10% of the deal? What is it?
8%. We're working on 12, but it's in negotiations. Yeah.
You suck.
The problem is like Dan from Newton and him had the conversation off the air where they tried to address it, and then Coline told him like, hey, like, basically said, he didn't say don't bring it up, but he insinuated like, hey, you probably shouldn't. I'm uncomfortable with it. Please don't, basically. And the guy was an asshole about it. It's like Coline shouldn't have to rub elbows with him when he does this, prepare for the live show day, all that. Like, fuck that. Like, if I'm Coline, I'm not saying a word to this guy.
If you're Dan and Newton, you can't go.
I think he's going to go. I think
I wouldn't. That's so awkward.
No, this is on Kirk. Kirk should be revoking that backstage pass.
Please, Kirk's going to love this.
I'm saying what he should do. What a good person would do that has a heart. A person that has a heart and actually has a breathing soul, they would do that. He's going to let them sit there and hate each other.
Right.
No, I disagree. He should apologize.
If you're
That's
Dan
it.
and Newton, I go to the show normally.
Yes.
I don't introduce
Yes.
myself at the bars. Hey, I'm Dan and Newton from the Lincoln Mush, whatever the fuck he says.
Right.
I just go there. I have fun. Don't get thrown out like Hoodie and Haverhill. Just go there and have fun and enjoy the show. Don't take them up on the fucking backstage access. That's gonna be awkward for everybody involved.
But Coline seems like a forgiving guy. We'll move on after this, but I think Coline is somewhat of a forgiving guy. He's definitely a nice guy. So I think if Dan from Newton came in there and was like actually apologetic and went about it the right way, I think he'd be fine. I think that he'd be fine there today. But that's the thing. He might just be an asshole, and he might just think it's funny to be an asshole to Dave. And it's like,
I don't think
it's a pretty big situation. It's a pretty big fucking thing. Like, I know we joke a lot in this world, like, and it's fun. It's a fun world to be in. But like, that's just a different level of privacy that you're exposing yourself to that you might not just be ready for, or the people that you're, there's like, you want to be able to control your story. You don't want anybody else trying to take over your story, and like, this is your life. Why should somebody else, talk about your life when they have nothing to do with it?
Right. He's just being a cunt. I mean, that's really all it is. But moving on from one sexuality conversation to now a foot fetish here. We got to talk about the Mama K boner salad offer. Where are we at with the whole thing? Was that forced in there on purpose? Did she want to bring that up? I mean, the very end of the episode, Montante, where are we at?
What do you mean? Did you have to present the question that way? Do you think that was forced? Oh no, she was. Yeah, I don't know if he's trolling. Who was it? I don't want to say. It was boner salad. Oh, okay. No, that was genuine. Shut up, Mama K. No, that was the most forced bit maybe ever in KMS, and I like Mama K. But that was unbelievable. She was sitting on that. There was no natural segue into it, and she just threw it in there at the end.
Right.
It was like her Twitter. Like, basically, that topic was like how she tweets. Like, it was.
If anybody had a good week, it was boner salad. He ducks out of the Brando interview about 10 minutes in, which was hysterical.
Right.
And now he's in everybody's DMs asking for feet pics. Great week. Boner salad. Is boner salad back? I don't know, but I think those are two.
He never left. He never left.
He really didn't, but I think that is. I mean, that's a pretty good week right there.
And I like Mama K, but that was like, good lordy.
Would you
pretend that like, going from 1,000 to 2,000 with this massive jump? She's like, I would never do it for $1,000. You pay me 2,000.
Yeah, I know.
What are we talking about?
Mama K, you're doing it for free already for no reason. Okay,
he's already doing it for free.
Yeah.
When the summertime comes around, those toes are out there. Like,
I've reported her pictures of her fucking feet.
Oh, come on now.
Oh, you're so soft. Again, it goes back. And you blame Don the Jeweler.
Oh, you like women's feet?
I like feet. I don't think
stop.
Really
nauseous. Stop.
Oh, here we go.
I don't think there's anything wrong with, like, if your foot is like taken care of, like guy, girl, manicured, and it's like
I'm gonna throw up.
Pedicure. No, it's a pedicure.
You range from black cock to women's feet. That is range that you.
We're all
that's range.
Tonight.
That's range.
Hey, Mick,
God bless
come on,
you.
Mick, let's go.
Yeah, we're touching everything. I mean, why not? Why the hell not?
There's nothing like a good foot that's like moisturized.
There's no such thing.
Oh, Jesus Christ! That is
Hang on.
That's literally gonna make me throw up. Like
you watch the foot. As long as it's out of the shower, I wouldn't want something like sweaty out of the gym. I'm saying like, you go in the shower, you wash your feet, you moisturize.
What are you?
A little foreplay. You got to get creative.
You can do this later. All right. Jesus Christ. Is Mama K also a Nazi, by the way? I saw that speculation on Twitter. Is Mama K a Nazi? She did a Heil Hitler. Am I wrong? Did anybody else?
Yes, that's true.
Yeah,
I thought she was stretching. I've done that stretch many a times. She's innocent.
What the fuck are we talking about? What did I miss?
What are you talking about?
What did I miss? What's this stretch?
Oh, okay. All right. We're moving on. Tonight, Jack.
To be honest, I almost did it. Because
I see what you're doing. You almost got me too. But where we at with Coline and not remembering 9/11 and his memory issues, this was stunning to me. I was second grade, I think, first grade, 9/11, whatever it was, and I remember it like that's one of my first memories. Like,
I remember where I was, and I'm not in a fucking country.
Like, Montante, you're and Coline are only a few years apart. Like, do you remember 9/11?
Yeah, I do. But I get it though. There's a lot of things in life that I really have to. If you ask me on the fly, and I'll give a just knee-jerk reaction, I'll be off by a decade. So I'm not going to put too much weight on it. Yeah, it's embarrassing and he's wrong, but I don't think it's that crazy.
But he also couldn't remember a Patriots Super Bowl. Like, I'm very nervous. I think Dave might have actual CTE or something. Like, he's got real stuff going on up there. No, Quinnlan,
Hurt people. He's had a rough life, so I sympathize with him.
Am I insensitive for saying it's just a blatant lie to not know where you were on 9/11?
What's the point of lying about that?
I don't know. Maybe he doesn't want to he doesn't like talking about his age. It always felt like that. Whenever they try to bring up his age, no matter who it is.
So what do you think? He's 47?
I don't know. He's turning. I think he said he's turning 40 in December.
Is there a chance he's just a moron?
Yes.
No, I think he's actually really smart. No, I really think he solved a fucking murder with Kirk.
No.
He fell into that.
Well, we gotta get this on the record. Dave's good.
Who's on the credits?
Not very smart. We can't. Come on, Dave. Listen, Dave's not a very smart guy. There's smart people in the world. Dave's not one of them. Great guy, great producer. Not smart.
Dave's smart. No, as a maniac, I hope he takes offense to that because I think
he might agree.
A murder. How many murders have you solved? Are you going to be on
have you ever watched the Vegas podcast, buddy?
That's
you. True.
I was just gonna say,
not a realtor, pal.
Exactly. Thank you, Montante. I'm very glad you said that, Montante.
Absolutely.
Moving on, we had some network issues. We had Kirk on the Fireside Fuck Fest this week. It was Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't remember what it was. Just an awful program. I'm not gonna tell you not to watch it, but after what Freddie Lynn said about the rest of the network saying you shouldn't view you know what I mean? It's now a full-on network war. He had to go and get the whale. I get it. Kirk's a nice guy. He's got to go on every show. We're not going to subdue. We're not going to make him do that here. You know what I mean? This is Michael Minifans. This is a fan talk. Freddie Lynn, he's completely bent the knee. We're all set with Freddie Lynn. I'm Montante. Where are you at with Freddie? You hated him on the phone earlier.
Yeah. Well, what's every now and then you realize this person doesn't get it. The show is coming to an end. If you get Kirk and he's doing a slow end, and you have anything else, Freddie goes, yeah. So I'm paraphrasing here. Yeah. Well, any duo that you really liked on my show? It's like, relax, dude. It's your show. It's not that serious. Freddie, take it easy, pal. All right, take a step back. It's all fun. Your show's not that great. Not everyone's enthralled with it. Relax. He's every week he's trying to star fuck. And the one episode he didn't have stars on, he mentioned about 20 times. Relax. Right.
Jackson, where are you at with Freddie? Are you a Freddie Lynn guy?
Am I the only one left?
Oh,
did you turn everybody?
Me? You're saying I did?
Yeah, it seems like it. It seems like you're not accepting his apology. He apologized. He accepting his apology or not?
He apologized.
No, here's where Mick is good. You know how to get under people's skin. You're very good like that. You got under my skin. You're a little cunt. You got me. You got me to break. Okay?
This guy said he hated the network. He said he said don't watch any other shows in the network.
Wow.
That's what are we talking about here?
Sickening.
You know what I mean? Thank you, Montante. And I didn't throw any shots. I went on a stupid show. What are we talking? I won't allow this slander. No. I've supported this network. It's been there for me when I've in the darkest days. Are you out of your mind, Quinnlan? Absolutely not.
You are an expert gaslighter. It's incredible. You got Justin. You got me.
That might be true.
Freddie. You have a bodies count.
You are an infuriating person if you're taking a step back.
I didn't throw the first shot. I supported Freddie. He's in a numbers war, a ratings war. That we were the dominant show. We still have a chance this week. Yeah, he did some big numbers, but we still have a chance. I'm not counting us out. Regardless, we're going to be there next week and the week after. Freddie's just another fly on the wall. I'm not really worried about Freddie Lynn. His apology it doesn't really mean much to me, but I don't hate him. I shouldn't say that. I don't hate him. I hate his show.
Modest Mick, can you stop being modest for a second?
It tells how you really feel.
I don't hate him. I hate his show. I'm gonna do not support the Fireside Chat.
Hold on, wait a minute. You enjoy that sitting on the mountaintop right now.
Quinnlan, it pays to be number one. Yes, it feels great. Absolutely, we are the premier network show. I mean,
embracing number one.
Yes,
always having competition.
Yes.
Listen. Did Vince McMahon lie down to Ted Turner when the Monday Night Wars were going on? No.
And I'm glad you said that because we got a big week next week. Mike and the Minifans live in Laconia. That's going to be a big one at the Big House, the karaoke bar. Montante, you're going to be there. Can we count on you coming on the show?
Yeah, I mean, you can go on there and say the N-word 13 times and no one would know. No one listens to the actual show.
Yeah.
The technology never works. Everyone's hammered.
Right.
If you really want me, the biggest.
I do want you there. Yes.
Everything you've said, you're literally speaking for yourself. You're getting drunk. The technology doesn't work, and you're saying the N-word. That's literally
Listen,
you're just saying what you're
Do
gonna
you remember what Menners did? Menners Live when he was in America, and just literally not a single person could hear it, but he just powered through for like 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Where was that? Was that in Portland?
No, it was the Wilbur, right?
Yeah, that was unbelievable.
Yeah,
He was bringing people up by hand signals and just doing a show to nobody.
yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, if you need it should be good. It's always a good time, though. That being said, if someone gets shot.
Quinnlan, are you going to be there?
I will not be in Laconia. No, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Wow.
I am advocating as the liaison for the Rhode Island contingent. Contingent. Thank you very much, dummy.
Sure.
I would like to advocate
For
for
your what?
Providence to be the whole Providence or Cranston, the Park Theater in Cranston, or the Strand in Providence, or PPAC. He can do PPAC to be the three places that they consider. Providence or Cranston. He hates cities. I get that. But I think I can put together something in Providence that I think would work. Like
you're
you're
saying you can deliver this. This is.
I'm saying I would be the liaison for Providence to make sure that the Minifans have a great weekend.
He goes to Connecticut before Rhode Island.
No, he said he's going to do Providence in the fall.
Oh, he also said he's taking a 6-month break. So
That's true.
We're on time, Lynn. Here we got to keep it rolling here. Is the hiatus actually happening? Let me ask you that. Montante, the live show next week. What do you expect the following Monday?
3 to 5 shows. There's gonna be no hiatus. It was something that he said tongue in cheek, and I think he was kind of in a mood, but he feels a certain type of way now about the show. He's much more happy with the show, I think, right now than he was in that single day. He was in a mood. He said something. He got a reaction after the live show. I think we get plenty more. I think things continue to roll on as they have been.
My counter to that would be, I feel like he said that he's not going to be taking a 6-month break necessarily. He's going to be taking a break no matter what. So you saying there's no break is somewhat surprising.
No break. But me saying this could lead to a break. So if that happens, I apologize.
Yeah, you got that much pull.
Right. Thank you, Jackson. Where are you at with the break, Jackson? Do you think
we're talking about a crazy person here? Okay,
you're an idiot.
All right.
I am kind of in the Montante camp, though. I think it's definitely there's definitely something bubbling there. Like he's definitely he probably looks at like some pay from Netflix or whatever and goes, fuck, like why am I doing this podcast? But also he fucking loves it. But I know you're specifically talking like, is he taking like 2 weeks after the show, right?
I just like after Laconia, maybe it's not the following week. Maybe he does 1 or 2 shows with the unnamed show. But will there be a time where he takes 4 weeks off in a row?
No. I mean, yes, in terms of like maybe doing just a live show,
right?
And maybe doing like two shows.
How long was his mental health break? Like 2 years ago?
I think it was like
which one? The last one.
The longest one.
The last one I thought was like less than a month.
If I'm correct on this, I think the longest like during the KMS era was like a 3-month hiatus. I could be wrong.
Was it really 3? Oh shit!
Yeah, he's done a couple months.
That was way longer than
out of my ass. Like to be honest with you, but
no, that's like 2020 year, you know,
something around that. But yeah, I don't know if that's the longest he's gone without the show, but this is different because he'll be working on a project that he's engaged in. You know what I mean? This isn't like a.
I thought he only took like 3 or 4 weeks off. So
I could be wrong. I don't.
Why are we speculating mental health?
I know, right?
No, I'm just saying. He asked, is he going to take off 4 weeks? I'm saying even at his lowest moment, he only took off 3 or 4, but I could be off like a couple months.
Great. So you found the flaw. Yeah, cool.
He might take an elongated vacation when his daughter goes off to college because he seems to be really like that really seems to be hitting him. But like, I think I actually really do think he's happy right now. He might come in that 6'2" giant, swinging that big miserable dick on the desk. And
definitely not 6'2", but.
He looks like he's 6'2", to be honest. He's taller than you would expect.
That's how you imagine him. Yeah.
Take it easy.
I'm only 5'10". So, but he looks happy. He looks the network is buzzing. Everything is working really nice. He's got something good going on behind the scenes. Like, why stop the train? Like, there's more to be done here.
Really? That's insensitive to use that.
That's
prick.
I mean,
unbelievable.
That wasn't a pun, right? That was
unbelievable.
That was a shot, if anything. He knows what he was doing. He tried to slip it in there. Good. Glad he caught that, Montante. No, we won't have any of that on this program. Moving on. Where are we at with the Coline Karen Reed stuff? He got called out by Turtle Boy. I've had Dave on the Beyond Average podcast. I don't know if that program still exists, but We had him on that program, and I asked him directly, do you believe Karen Reed? Do you think she did it? And he did the same thing. He fucked around. He couldn't give me a dead straight answer. And now, he seems like he's a little triggered by the community. Montante, where are you at with the whole Karen Reed Coline relationship? Do you think it's kind of weird that he's like friends with a potential murderer? Like, hey, that's that's a little red flaggy.
He always gets like political answers for that. He says a bunch of words, but it means nothing.
Right.
I personally don't give a fuck with the Karen Reed case. I think she's kind of good looking. I think she's less good looking.
She's good looking.
She's like a pee bag. I don't like. I'm not a fan of that.
Right.
But yeah, the whole case does nothing for me. I hope it comes to an end. I hope she's guilty, not guilty. Whatever happens. I want to do away with it. But yeah, Coline's on the fence, just nonstop. It is bizarre. For whatever reason, he's scared to speak his mind either way, which is something maybe everyone gets into the issues with Justin and how he needs therapy. There's something to that with Coline.
Oh, you think it's deep rooted? Okay.
100%, because it's not a big deal, dude.
Really?
Just say how you feel. It's not that serious. But like to him, he dances around it nonstop. Yeah, it's deep rooted.
Yeah,
But it is a pretty like serious world though, isn't it? Like they're attacking each other, aren't they, on both sides?
for sure.
TikTok
Yeah,
and shit.
they are.
So-
It's a
Yeah,
very
he's getting attacked when he says nothing. So might as well give your actual opinion.
Well, that's because he's a fucking idiot and chose to sit on the fence. That's all that is.
I mean, you guys are like acting like he's just a supporter. This guy shared a steak with Karen Reed. You know what I mean? He's on he can do whatever he wants. Like you wouldn't share a steak with any old person. You're on the group chats. He's involved. I'm telling you, Coline could be actually part of the defense witness. The team. I can see that.
That's probably the one place where he's made the biggest mistake. You should have never shared that steak because now
Crazy.
Now you look like a Karen Reed supporter. No matter what, you can try to say that maybe she did it, that she didn't mean to do it. Like you can't dip in both pools.
Mm-hmm.
You had a steak with her. You wouldn't sit down with somebody that's guilty and break steak with them. Sacred.
Unless it's a real turn on, 'Cause that's hot.
Yeah, he could just be really horny too.
Right.
Murderer's turn on Jackson.
That's so hot. Fuck yeah, I'd get a steak off her. What are your thoughts on in like what are the chances in like 2 years like FX makes a doco about this and they include that dinner?
Oh, that would be great. Oh, someone playing Coline, just sitting there and chopping it up with her. Oh, that'd be fantastic. I hope so. Hulu, get on that, please.
She's wearing no panties, spreads her legs. He has to walk out.
It's deja vu for Davey Boy.
Yeah.
Speaking of documentaries, we got to talk about Monkey Boy. That's a professional transition, by the way. Did you folks watch Monkey Boy? Did anybody watch the Monkey Boy documentary?
Saw last night.
What'd you think, Montante?
I think I watched it after everyone talked about it.
Yeah.
And it got rave reviews online. I think the reviews I saw it inflated it in my brain. It was good, but like I was expecting to see like something unbelievable. It was good. It was very funny.
Whose reviews? Are you talking like when it's like Terrani and KB and all those guys? Like they
my algorithm for the last 72 hours were sucking Monkey Boy's dick.
Yeah.
And they had a bunch of views. Like the views on Twitter, on YouTube are fucking huge.
Yeah, I mean, Clemmer's, they've been talking about it for a while, and I thought it was only like an hour long. I wish it was a little bit longer. Like if it's been talked about for maybe not what I watched for an hour longer, but I don't know. It's been hyped up for so long. I just wish it was like 90 minutes or something. No,
really?
Maybe I'm wrong.
That's the off-putting thing. I've looked at it. I don't want to sit and watch this fucking idiot for an hour.
So you didn't watch it? You turned off?
No, I haven't watched it. No. I've thought about it, but I saw a few reviews that I don't know. I got that vibe when I saw all the fucking Barstool people. I was like, yeah, this will.
Yeah.
I'll discuss it.
We got to do third chair of the week. We're at that time. We had DG on Monday. We had Mama K on Wednesday, and then the Steinman on Thursday. Real quick note on DG. If you asked me one thing that he said on the show, I couldn't tell you. I've been paired now with DG, the Played Against Sports guy,
You're on with him,
and no guest. So can I get somebody else, please?
Hold on. You were Played Against Sports guy. We're good. I like that episode. That was a fun episode.
He doesn't say anything. He's just rude and negative. That's all.
But you don't shut up, so it works.
Yeah, it's true.
You're the star when you're in there. Like he's following your lead at that point. So again, modest Mick, take a 30,000-foot approach and embrace what you are.
Yeah, DG was a nice guy, but where are we at with third?
Look at your options. You got 3 options.
You got Steinman, you got Mama K, and you got the DG. No one's taking DG. It's between Mama K and Steinman.
I like the icebreaker idea from DG. If I had to like anything, it was the fact that he walked in there and goes, "If there's a lull in the show."
yeah. Basically, it's such a great point.
Pull that out. What was the icebreaker?
He had like 4 of them. He had the snake draft thing. He had because he handed me one of the pieces of papers. I was staring at that thing. I'm like, this is going to take forever. If we just go one by one, this is going to take. This is like the NFL draft, dude. What are we doing? It was ridiculous, but nice enough guy. I question how much of a KMS fan he is.
This was the weakest. This was the weakest Stein. This is the weakest Stein.
Thank you.
No. I think it's the week of new Minifans. I think it's a week to show the new Minifans that are in the world, and I think that's great.
Wow.
DG's new. He's from Philadelphia, so he can't say that he heard Kirk on.
Didn't they say he was on before?
He was on the producer show.
The producer show.
Oh, okay.
And wasn't good. So what are we doing?
It's a Coline booking that's questionable. We'll just say that, right?
And so that's another thought I had is now that everybody is in the same fence of like we're happy to not have him back. He'll be back. He'll be back in like 3 weeks.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I think he might be a one and done, but who knows? We'll see. I'm a little down on him, but I think the Steinman. I think if he lived closer and was willing to be there more often, I think he could definitely be there every other week. But we got to see how he does.
Every other week. Every other week. Crazy.
I had people reach.
Real quick, let me finish my thought. I will say this to the Steinman. He's got to prove that he can do more than just the politics and the explaining shit. He's got to have a little fun with it, and he's got to be a little more. No, you don't think so?
So I had people reach out to me like, "Hey, like I'm glad you're supportive of Stein. He was awesome. Like I agree with you." And then the same person was like, "If Coline leaves to focus on the case, like he's the obvious replacement." I was like, "You're right with Stein being good, but if they did shows Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, by Wednesday of that week, everyone, including Kirk, would be like, all right, Stein, get the fuck out of here. I love the Stein, man. You can't have him back in the same calendar year. You bring Stein back when you forget about Stein.
Yeah, I mean,
you can't.
You can't. Right? With the phone call, he kind of proved the point here.
Yeah, you absolutely can't. Right? He's like one of those nights that you go out and like a month after, like, I can't believe that happened. It was really fun, but we can't replicate that. We can't do that again. Like someone's going to die. You can't have Stein in again. You just simply can't. By the second time, that close to proximity, like, all right, man, this sucks. Like, this is chaotic.
Meanwhile, he's probably trying to call you right now.
Yeah, he's furious right now. He's not happy.
Oh yeah.
Another thing from that show, I think it was that show, right? The Jeff D-Lo phone call. I love Jeff D-Lo. I'm a huge fan of D-Lo. A swing and a miss on that one. That was a perfect time to play the drop. Well executed by Coline. Fantastic stuff there.
I love the call. I thought it was fantastic.
No, you didn't. No one
yes, I did. I love that.
Oh,
because
stop it.
Wait, I'm that corny type of humor, so I love that shit. I would, if I had that relationship, I would have done the same thing.
Did he compare him to like movies or some shit or baseball players? What did he say?
John Fanta. He
stole my tweet. He stole my tweet.
Right.
He stole my tweet. I said Brian Windhorst Jr. is going into the studio. The Fanta thing bombed, and then he brought it back to Windhorst, and people are like, oh yeah, I get that.
You are the worst.
He felt.
You are the worst. Because you're the only one that thought he looked like Fanta.
No, I said Windhorst. He texted me 5 minutes after the phone call saying, "Hey, sorry about that. The Fanta thing bombed. I had to go to Windhorst."
Wow.
He paid homage. He paid homage, unlike Coline. But yeah.
Are we reading text on the air now? Is that what we're doing?
He really DM'd you and said that?
Texted. A little closer than that, you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Put it this way: when Jeff D-Lo texts, I get back.
He thinks he's a star. He thinks he's a star.
How often do you call him?
Thinks he's a fucking star in the world.
He's a star. He's begging Mutt to do a show, and Mutt's roping him around.
You're just mad because I ignore you, Quinnlan. Jackson, if you want my number, pal, I'll give it to you, and I'll get back to you. How's that?
All right, damn beautiful.
Listen to Montante.
I'll be up.
We're rolling tonight. We are absolutely rolling. Moving on to a little more controversy. This is a little inside baseball. Shark Manahan is gone again. RIP to the Shark. Pour one out for the Shark. Very good. Montante, where are you at with the Shark? What's your relationship with him? Have you guys snapped on each other? He's gone at me. He likes me, but then he snaps on me. Where are you at with him?
I like Shark. I've never had any interactions, positive or negative. We've always
been
neutral. We respect each other, and that's as much I'll say on it.
Yeah, there you go. Quinnlan, have you had a relationship with the Shark?
Yes, he's a fan of Hot or Not. So it's like it's a sad day for me because that you don't get people like Shark.
Yeah, if your fan base is
people
gone.
like Shark Manahan come once in a generation. And I think Kirk knew what the line was, and he went there anyways because he thought that he could.
I don't think Kirk thought that was overstepping.
Kirk didn't really do much. He just kind of said it wasn't a great.
We all know what's gonna fucking happen. So why fucking ruin it?
I didn't think that was gonna happen. I thought he might be like send off a annoyed tweet.
We got it.
He deleted his shit. He's still gone.
Then you don't follow Chuck Manahan closely.
He said the tweet wasn't that good. That's all he said. He didn't say he was an asshole.
It was a good tweet. It was a good tweet. It was funny.
Good. It wasn't that good of a tweet.
It's tax season.
This is ridiculous. I'm all for criticizing, but this guy, and again, I'm not making fun of anybody's anger issues, but he might need to kind of step away from the cell phone if he's getting that mad at that stuff. I mean, he got mad at me for saying we should have Mike in the Minifans. I gave Menners a little shit. I give Menners all this shit. He goes, I'm sick of your stupid fucking act. Get the fuck out of here.
How terrible has Menners Ariana Grande take?
Oh
my God.
Every time I see her, yeah.
I think she's dead.
Mick, she's 30 pounds lighter than you were at your worst.
She's 65 pounds maximum.
Terrible.
It's the fact that was his girl too. And then he deleted the tweet, right? He's trying to hide it.
His explanation was, I'm small, so I like people that are smaller than me, so I could dominate them. I was like, oh boy, you shit. Right. No wonder you deleted that. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Great.
We had another, I guess, staying in the same world. This is going to be a bad transition, but I'm going to do it.
I'll sell it.
The Down syndrome PSA.
Yes.
Where are we at with that? Montante, as known as a very horny guy yourself, you've been attracted to Marge Simpson, to all the AOC. You got everybody, all the politicians. Where are you at with this one? Could you ever see yourself if you
listen? My algorithm.
Let him ask the question.
Here's the question: would you ever see yourself if you and the lovely Alexandra, God forbid, broke up? Could you see yourself subjecting yourself to a Downs person?
There's my algorithm's broken on Instagram. There's one out there.
Oh no!
Oh, there's one out there.
Hey, can you link me or what?
Oh boy!
I'll send it to you. I don't follow out of respect, but when I'm perusing Instagram, it comes across my timeline, and I watch longer than I should.
It's the one with the big ass, yeah?
Oh, she's got it all?
Yeah.
She got it all except a couple chromosomes.
Oh, no. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Listen, we're treating people as people. This one, I'll best her off.
I have to ask this question. Have you ever,
No.
Okay. All right.
No, I haven't.
All right.
That would be exciting. If she drops OnlyFans, take her.
Right. It's game over.
You
won.
Kidding me?
Oh, please. Jesus Christ. I had to do it. That was a very funny, whatever the audio was for that infomercial or whatever. I was dying laughing on the show on Monday. But moving on, we had the Robbie V Spaces recording controversy. This is another little inside baseball here. But I know you guys have all, been involved in these spaces. Jackson, where are you at with this? Should that be recorded? Is anybody responsible for this? Do you have any information on that? Who actually recorded it? I'm asking. Do you know?
Menace, yeah.
Okay.
No, I have no idea.
No, I'll take it.
I mean, it probably was.
Sure.
No, if it was Menace, he'd actually be saying something interesting, right? Or at least be attempting it.
He's a snake, though. It's not beneath him.
I'm like in the because I've started a couple as well. I'm very anal about not clicking record because I want people to say whatever they want, right? That's the whole idea. It's you don't want to know what Montante says. It's fucking nuts. Like
right.
You're not in all of it. He goes pretty crazy sometimes.
Probably
if you're gonna if you're gonna say some of that shit, you're an idiot if you think it's not gonna get recorded at some point.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? I don't even think it's an argument.
Yeah, if you're somebody like Kirk Manahan joining the space, you might have to be aware of a bunch of people recording it. But do you think Robbie V should be conscious of people recording? You know what I mean? It's like Robbie V have those spaces, like you're saying, it's an open space. It should be the guys just shooting the shit, rat-tailing each other.
Blind Mike was right. And I'll tell you what, Kirk is in those. He put it this way: when they brought up, it wasn't him. When they brought up that you could join a space anonymously, Kirk already knew that.
Oh, really?
He's probably. I mean, he everything out. I wouldn't be surprised. He
listens to everything,
but he's terrible with technology, so you might not even know what that means.
No, dude, you join a space, it's right there, right in your fucking face. It goes, click here to join anonymously. Kirk's going, dink.
Yeah, but
no. You're giving him too much credit. There's no way
he listens to everything,
and he's a reader.
He doesn't listen to everything. He doesn't listen to How to Not.
Well, no one does. Outside of that, he listens to everything else.
Mick does, and Justin does.
Fantastic show. I can't recommend it enough.
Mick.
There's so many. Yes, no, it's great. It's Montante. They go over like the outfits of people. It's great. It's great. It's quality content. You can't miss it. What's it? Every Tuesday night, Thursday night, whatever.
No wonder
Tuesday
you're
night, 8 o'clock.
What are you doing?
Drinking wine from a mug, you fucking idiot.
Good lordy.
Let's see. What else do we have? Moving on. Do you guys have anything for me? We're at that time in the show. We're on the 50-minute mark. I'll ask you that. Do you have any topics?
Wow.
Anything that you want to? You and Quinnlan and Montante. We still have beef. Anything we want to address before we kind of get going here?
Oh no, he's just always gonna suck. He sucks, and he's a closeted homosexual.
Okay.
I'm not a closet homosexual. Quinnlan is triggered because he asked me to go on Super Bowl week on his show, and I said no. And he's been very upset
For 5 minutes. It's as if you couldn't go through a couple of simple surfacey level.
It's almost as if I didn't want to do it, Quinnlan.
Oh my God! I tried to do something.
Let me go on a radio show in Rhode Island so 13
Yeah.
people can listen to it. I don't give a
Again,
fuck.
it was my fault. I asked. I shouldn't have asked the question.
You're-
Again, I will take
Don't
full
do that again.
responsibility.
Don't do that again.
It is my fault.
I was going to have you on. I was going to do something nice for you.
Moving on,
I'm
we have
gonna
a
ask you that. Oh, God forbid I ask you to come on a radio show.
My
Fuck you.
fault.
Look what you did.
God
Look what you did,
forbid
Mick.
me.
My fault.
Look what you
It's
did,
all
Mick.
my fault. Where are we at with the the Jeff Nadeau, the Barstool rack controversy? Again, Montante, I feel like you're an expert on the matter. You seem like a rack guy yourself. How do you feel about that? Should we have any racks not in play? I feel like that was, kind of glossed over there.
Yeah, and I would have dominated that draft in ways that the world's never seen before. But yeah, I think just Lynn Maxwell. I
Number
think
one pick. Oh, first of all,
number one. I'll tell you right now, there is is midget wrong?
oh boy, jeez, no,
Yeah.
oh Jesus Christ,
There is a
We'll bring it back.
Brazilian little person out
oh
there
my goodness.
who has a rack that would make Sydney Sweeney look like Taylor Swift.
Is
Look
this
up-
Instagram?
Look up anywhere. Google Valentina midget nude and look at this set.
Valentina midget nude. Is that what you just
Look,
said?
Google that right now, and good God. So I think he had Ghislaine Maxwell on there, which is a top tier rack. Yeah, and the one that got them in trouble was
Holy
the
shit, Montante.
Jason Taylor's sister. But yeah, no, come on, the old school Barstool. That's not
Oh,
happening.
damn. Okay, I see.
Now,
Oh, a rack.
old school Barstool's not happening. I just don't know why they use Nadeau. Nadeau doesn't do anything for me. Like,
You're not a Nadeau guy.
no, I'm a rider. Like, just
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Jackson, where do you have a first overall pick? Top of your head. You seem like a boob guy. I've seen you make some questionable comments on the
I would
Twitter.
never do that. That's really fucked up. But I would go new number one due to big pregnant titties is Taylor Mathis. Come on now.
Oh,
yeah.
those,
she's
things
glowing.
are pouring out.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
God.
unbelievable.
Quinnlan, that does nothing for you.
Oh boy, this is a question. This is something.
I'm just thinking about that. You ever see like in the gym, you see like a naked male body, and you're like someone could be attracted to that. The
Wait.
balls are gross.
it's gross for you.
All right, the fact that you don't appreciate tits is concerning, but
It's not that I don't appreciate tits. I don't like women. I like men.
I don't know how we got here.
They
That's
do
an
stink
obs-
for the most
yeah.
part. That's fair.
Like, it's just, hey, great tits, awesome. I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Actually, Mick, I do have a question for you.
Please.
Dave says the word spot too much.
spot.
Yes. Oh, you put him in a bad spot. I was in a bad spot. It's a weird spot to be in.
Yeah.
Dave said the word
This is a big
spot
topic. It's a good topic.
way too fucking. I hate the word spot.
I've never picked up on
Radio
that.
thing, though. Quinnlan, you should be all over that. I feel like that's kind of like a radio term. Like, oh, that wasn't a good spot when like a
We
guest.
all have a good crutch. We all have our crutch word. That is Dave
Yeah.
Cullinan's crutch word, and I hate
Wow.
it, and I want to punch him every time he does it.
You've been critical of Coline quite a bit, actually. Now
Yeah.
that I'm thinking about it in some of the chats, Montante, he low-key hates Dave,
I
right?
picked
He
up
wants
on that.
in. He wants in.
Oh, you
I
think?
know. I did. Hold on. Wait. I did text Cullinan the other day. I told him.
That's a great point, Jackson. He's gunning for it, right? Gene's
Did
getting
Cloning get back to you?
a little old. You know what I mean?
Cullinan got back to me.
Sure.
Cullinan actually did text me.
Right.
I texted Cullinan the other day because I go, your water
That's
diet
not
is
good.
infuriating me. It does
That's not
nothing.
good.
You're not doing anything with this water diet. Here, let me send you a meal plan and try to.
And you're not even a 9.5.
You know, But yeah, Coline did text me back at least, unlike you. And I'm not listen. Kirk hates me. I'm perfectly content living in my own little world with hot or not. Like I don't need anything. I love the world itself. I love the show. I have more appreciation for the show than probably I did before I got into the producer search. I'm just having fun. Okay, I like watching you psychopaths beat the shit out of each other, and I sit down here in Providence and enjoy myself.
Oh, yeah, you sit on your fucking high chair up there looking down on us. Why do you think? I didn't realize it was legit that Kirk fucking hates you. What is it?
He hates me. Like
What?
this,
He fucking hates you.
I'll never be a third chair. I'll never be a fill-in producer. I'll never be a guy that vacuums the place. He hates me. He doesn't like me. He doesn't want to be around me, and that's fine. Never meet your heroes. I still enjoy the show.
I think he viewed you. I think he viewed you as someone who was trying to use that job as a stepping stool to get into Barstool.
No, because I want to be.
I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I'm just saying
you're wrong, because you're actually wrong. What I want in my life.
I'm guessing why you are. You know what?
No,
He hates you because you're gay. You're gay and annoying. That's why he hates you. That's a better reason, you idiot. I'm trying to explain why someone might hate you blindly.
Jesus Christ.
Quinnlan's not listening. He's too busy fucking talking. You know.
Yeah, you know how they are.
Yeah.
But if you're guessing,
you're gonna get us canceled.
Are we on space? Can I say the F word?
Yeah. Can you be
Matters
careful,
recording it.
One thing I want to promote before we go, we have the KMS Cornhole Tournament. Steve, your live to tape has been gracious enough to host that at the brewery. I don't know how the process is.
I don't think they got approved.
$20 a team.
I'm going to continue with my ad here, Montante. Thank you very much. Steve, you're live to tape. He is there hosting it. He was talking about it. So I'm assuming Steve's doing it.
Did you listen to the show today, though?
I saw his
jump up the tweet.
Yeah. Thank you, Jackson. You know what I mean? Says, who are you talking to here, Montante? I'm caught up on everything.
I missed Steve, your live to tape tweet.
Oh, I think this is fucking Jerry Springer.
Anything else before we go, fellas? Do we have anything you want to get to? Any last comments?
Yes. Network stuff.
We
have a big recording in what? How far, Montante? About 18 hours. Got the big dog up here on the Unrelated show.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. We're doing the ultimate guide to surviving a live show.
Love that.
So I'll save it all for tomorrow.
Very good.
Big
One
time.
thing on the network as well to touch on, Andy Mayo had his return. I checked out about 15 minutes of it. I'm not going to say don't watch it because I'm a network guy. If it's a rainy day, your internet's out, you have nothing else on, Netflix is broken, everything like that, no DVDs, check it out. Yes, I would check it out. Yeah, so
would Freddy Lynn say watch it or what?
Let me say something. Let me say something here. I love Mayo. I hate that I love Mayo. I'm addicted to this new golf game, so I'm out here getting my dick kicked in by Pinehurst. But I was listening to his show. I can't wait to continue. I love something about Mayo. I know.
Mayo and Bio do it together as well.
I love it. I love it.
You're a big Kane guy, right? We got to do our 60 seconds on Kane.
Yeah, I like all.
Well, about Kane. Come on.
Kane's problematic. Kane's problematic. But Mayo's something about Mayo. I wish I fucking hated Mayo. I don't. I like him. I think I kind of like him.
Did you laugh at the stand-up set?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to get out of here. We got a big show next week. We're going to get out of here. Live in Laconia next week, 8 p.m. It should be a fun time. We got karaoke afterwards, I think. Julie booked the venue. Do not blame me if we all get killed again, if there's some sort of shooting. Do not blame me, but I look forward to it. Can't wait to see everybody. Should be a good time. Fellas.
What's the karaoke song? Sorry.
Rockstar by Nickelback, but that just got talked about, so I think something else.
Yeah,
maybe I don't know. It's a tough question. All right, have a good week, everybody. We'll talk.
That was a terrible answer.
Terrible.
See ya.
Bye.
Another tough day at work today. Stephen Kirk think I suck. Throw back a few wobbly pops, feeling down on my luck. And the interns ruin every show.